Hey Budget Squad! Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to click on today's video to join me for another budgeting adventure. In today's video, we are going to be budgeting out my November paycheck and creating my December budget. If you are new, welcome. My name is Summer and I'm currently on a financial journey to pay off all of my debt while saving money at the same time. Here on my channel, I am documenting my financial journey and I make videos on budgeting, paying off debt, saving money, and pretty much anything money related. If that's content that you're interested in, go ahead and stick around and give this video a thumbs up. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. I truly appreciate your support. Let's get into today's video. I'm so excited to be filming this video. I cannot believe that it is December. Let me go ahead and zoom in so that you guys can see. Here is a look at my budget book. I am currently using the Budget by Paycheck Workbook. This is the box set. However, this one has been discontinued. In the box set, you did get 12 individual booklets, one booklet for every month. However, this workbook is identical to her regular sized Budget by Paycheck workbook, which is just one budget planner. So let's go ahead and get into budgeting out my November paycheck. So this paycheck is from November 25th. I am a teacher and I get paid on the last working day of the month. Here on my channel, I do share my real numbers. Because I am a teacher, my income is public record, so I just go ahead and share that with you guys. If you are new to creating a budget, the first thing that you want to do is you want to list all of your income sources. I did go ahead and pre-fill out my paycheck budget tracker just to save time, but I will go over all of my numbers with you guys. So if you are following along with me at home, go ahead and list all of your income sources. I do like using this workbook. However, you do not need to purchase this workbook to create a budget. You can create a budget just using a pen and piece of paper. And there are other free budget forms you can probably find online or purchase off of Etsy. But I really do like the Budget by Paycheck workbook because it definitely helps me to keep my finances organized. So my income is as followed. My teacher income is split up into two different accounts. The majority of my income goes into my savings account, and $6,857.08 was deposited into my savings account. And then I do have a summer savers account that gets $400, and then I have other income of about $500 a month. I do get some questions about my income and my expenses. This income that I am listing is the income that is deposited into my accounts. However, I do have some deductions that come out of my paycheck that I don't see. So I have a flexible spending account, which is I prepay for medical expenses in that flexible spending account. And then I also have my retirement coming out of my check, and then I also have some of my investments, my 403b coming out of my check. So this is what I get after all of my deductions are taken out. So now that I have my income, let me go ahead and add up my income to get my income total. $6,857.08 plus $400 plus $500. So my income comes out to $7,757.08. Now that I have my income and I know how much I have to budget for the month of December, the next thing that I need to do is list all of my fixed expenses. Your fixed expenses are expenses that tend to stay about the same every month, and they usually will have a due date. My fixed expenses are my mortgage. My mortgage is $3,937.38. I do live in a condo, so I have an HOA, which is $475 a month. My SDG&E, which is my electricity and gas, is $125.58. My cell phone for my son and I is $147.17. My internet is $60.33 a month. Instant Ink, which is a ink subscription for my printer is $59.53. This did go up significantly, but this is because I am currently doing a lot of printing just to prepare for the new year. So I did bump myself up to a higher plan. However, I will be decreasing my plan next month. USAA, which is my car insurance and homeowners insurance, is $192.82. This did go up because I did increase my insurance. I added some more coverage to my plan, and then also I do have a teenage driver in the house. My son has his permit and will get his license in February, so I did have to add him to my plan. I do have an Epidemic Sound subscription, which is $17.99 a month. I do have puppy insurance for my dog, which is $127.26 a month. My son does take piano lessons, which are $110 a month. I do go to Orange Theory, which is a gym, and that is $169 a month. I am a member at a local winery in my area. That is $25 a month. I do invest with American Funds. That's $150 a month. Apple, which is for my Apple Watch, is $41.58 a month. I do have a personal loan, which is $249.72. I have an Audible subscription, which is $14.95. I have iCloud, which is extra storage for my cell phone. That is $2.99. Cinch is my home warranty is $35.99. I do have an Aura Ring subscription, which is $5.99. I do have a car wash membership for unlimited car washes, which is $59.75 a month. And I do have a Peloton subscription, which is $44 a month. So now that I've listed all of my fixed expenses, and if you're following along with me and you've listed all of your fixed expenses, the next thing that we need to do is add up our expenses to get our bill total. I really hope that you guys do not hear all of that noise. My puppy, which is 8 months, she's a little golden doodle. She does have the zoomies right now, so she is running around the house. So if you hear her, that is why. $3,937.38 plus $475 plus $125.58 plus $147.17 plus $60.33 plus $59.53 plus $192.82 plus $17.99 plus $127.26 plus $110 plus $169 plus $25 plus $150 plus $41.58 plus $249.72 plus $14.95 plus $2.99 plus $35.99 plus $5.99 plus $59.75 plus $44. So my bill total comes out to $6,052.03. I do want to go ahead and double check that. I am using this dual calculator, so I'm going to push this arrow to push the top numbers to the second screen, and then I'm going to go ahead and check that. And my numbers do match, so my bill total is $6,052.03. So let's go ahead and write that number on my bill total line. Now that we have my bill total, we need to find out how much I am left with after paying all of my fixed expenses. So let's take my income total, $7,757.08, and subtracting my bill total of $6,052.03. So that means I am left with $1,705.05. I do get a lot of questions about my fixed expenses and all of the subscriptions that I have. I am okay with all of these subscriptions right now. However, I am going to be looking into the following ones. My cell phone, I want to call them because I remember when I switched my plan, they said there was going to be a charge for 30 days and then I could have it removed after that. I have not had it removed, and quite honestly, I'm not sure what the charge is. But I definitely want to call my cell phone provider and see if there's a way for me to decrease my cell phone bill. And then also, like I said, my Instant Ink subscription is going to be going down in January. I do want to call my puppy insurance and look into downsizing my plan. My dog is now 8 months and my dog is now 8 months and she has been doing really well. When she was a puppy, she did get parvo, which was very expensive. So I wanted, prior to her getting parvo, I had puppy insurance and my deductible is $250. I can increase my deductible, which will lower my monthly payments. So I'm gonna look into that to see if I can decrease this amount every month. And I think that's about it. Everything else I do use. Now that we've budgeted for our fixed expenses, next we need to budget for our variable expenses, which is your cash envelopes. I have the following cash envelopes: food, gas, fun/entertainment, self-care. This was previously called health and beauty, but I did change it to self-care, guilt-free, household, and miscellaneous. But first, let me put my leftover amount on this line. Food is going to get $500. I did decrease my food budget. I definitely want to decrease my food spending. I believe last month I budgeted $600. Let's look. Last month I budgeted $600. This month I am going to budget $500. I really want to be intentional when I go to the grocery store, so I definitely want to make sure that I'm meal planning and that I'm using the food that I have at home in my pantry and freezer and fridge to make meals. Gas was $300. I have not been using all of my gas money, so I'm going to decrease that to $250. Fun/entertainment is going to get $100. Self-care is going to get its usual $300. Guilt-free is going to get $50. Household is going to get $100. And then miscellaneous is going to get $50. So let's go ahead and add up all of those expenses to get my envelope total. 500 plus 250 plus 100 plus 300 plus $50 plus $100 plus $50. So my envelope total comes out to $1,350. Let me just check that. So my bill total does come out to $1,350. So we need to take my leftover amount of $1,705.05 and subtract my envelope total of $1,350. That means I'm left with $355.05. I am not going to budget for any sinking funds. I'm going to resume budgeting for sinking funds in January after the holidays. And then I'm also going to resume my extra debt payments in January as well. However, the next category that we need to budget for is extra savings. And then I'm just going to put the remaining $355.05 into my savings account. So if we take my leftover amount of $355.05 and subtract my savings of $355.05, that means our saving total comes to $355.05. If we take my leftover amount of $355.05 and subtract my saving total of $355.05, that means we are left with $0. That is how I get a zero-based budget where every dollar is accounted for. And you can see if you have a zero-based budget, if you take your income minus your bills, minus your cash envelopes, minus your sinking funds, minus your extra debt, and then your extra savings, and that amount should come out to $0. And that is how you get a zero-based budget. The next page in the workbook is the cash denomination breakdown. So you go ahead and list your categories. So I have food, gas, fun, self-care, guilt-free, household, and miscellaneous. Food got $500, gas got $250, fun got $100, self-care got $300, guilt-free got $50, household got $100, and then miscellaneous got $50. I am cashless for food, gas, fun, guilt-free, household, and miscellaneous. The only one that I take out in cash is my self-care. And I take that out in cash because a lot of the places that I go to do prefer that you pay in cash. And if you pay in cash, you do get a discount. However, the rest of them are on my Go card except for gas. I just leave that in my checking account. I did go ahead and although I am cashless for a lot of my categories, I did go ahead and put this in the cash denomination breakdown. That way I can refer back to this page to make sure I load my Go cards with the correct amount. And then as I load them, I will put a check mark. Because I am cashless, I'm not going to the bank as much, so I will withdraw my envelope total and put into a different account. My bank account that I bank with does not offer Go cards or something similar. The Go cards are through Navy Federal, so I have to pull money from my primary account and put in my Navy Federal account to fund my Go cards. I also wanted to go over my sinking funds. Sinking funds are extra savings accounts. What I have been doing is I've just been putting my money into my savings account, and then as things come up, I will pull money from my savings account. So I don't budget for my sinking funds every month. I do believe in sinking funds. Like I had a puppy sinking fund at the beginning of the year to purchase my dog. Previously, I've had a car maintenance sinking fund, a home improvement sinking fund, a holiday sinking fund, back to school sinking fund, and some other ones. This year, I didn't do a really good job at budgeting for my sinking funds. I did budget at the beginning of the year, and that money I did spend. So what I've been doing is all my planned expenses, I just have a bucket of money in my savings account. And so for my sinking funds, I do not have any money in sinking fund envelopes. However, I do have money in a savings account. So as unexpected events come up, or even events that I know about, I will just go ahead and pull from my savings account. So for instance, my dog is going to be getting fixed December 18th, and I'm just going to pull the funds out of my savings account to cover that. Next year, I do want to get back into budgeting for my sinking funds and putting money in different accounts for those expenses. Well, that concludes this budget with me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and definitely consider hitting that subscribe button to join me on my financial journey. I would love to have you become a part of the Budget Squad. If you have made it to the end of this video, go ahead and leave the Santa Claus emoji to let me know that you made it to the end of this video. If you have any questions, you can leave those in the comment section. Or if you would like me to film a certain video, you can leave that in the comment section. I really like to engage with you guys in the comment section. So go ahead and leave me a comment. Well, I hope that you guys have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel, and I truly appreciate your support.